Oh, hello there. It's good to see you again. How are you feeling? Wonderful, wonderful. Now, you're probably a bit confused again. Well, actually, come to think of it, you're probably a bit more used to the fact that I like to pluck you where I am. You know, I like to bring you with me to places for things like checkups and the like. And this is exactly one of those, right here on a train. And we're going to be doing a checkup. It's good that I chose this carriage here. It's relatively comfortable, a bit like your bed. But don't worry, I didn't bring your bed with you this time, but I promise you afterwards, I'll make sure you're back in your bed, like usual. Anyway, so, it's been a bit of a while since I did a bit of a checkup on you, and it's always important to do checkups to make sure that your health is tippity-top. Absolutely A-OK, wonderful, spectacular, and all of that stuff. So, how does that sound to you? Are you up for a checkup? That's good. I like that mood of yours. I love that spirit. Always up for a checkup from your good chum, Dr. Cyneric. Okay, right now, let's start by having you open your mouth. Don't worry, I'm not going to be sticking any sharp, pointy apparatuses or anything of the sort in your mouth. I just want to check your dental hygiene. So please go ahead. Open that mouth of yours very slowly now. There we are. Let's just take a quick peek. Yeah, it seems alright. Looks intact. No teeth gremlins in there. No tooth fairy trying to ransom off your choppers for money. So it should be alright. And yeah, seems perfectly fine. Alright then, well, you can close your mouth now. Let's make a quick note of this. There we go. Alright. Okay. So, looks like your mouth is alright. Let's just have a bit of a look at your eyes now, if you don't mind. I'm just going to use my gloved hands. Don't worry, I cleaned them before our meeting. But I'm just going to use my gloved hands to open up one of your eyes a bit more. Just to make sure that it's all in good condition. Is that okay? Okay then, okay. Yes, definitely it looks like an eye as well. That's always good. That's always good. We don't want it looking like anything else, just an eyeball. So it's quite pink here, quite red there. Plenty of the white part of the eye around. Good. Okay, let's check the other one. There we go. Lifting the eyelid, I can see more red and more pink. No, I'm trying to cover your eyes over to make it difficult to see. Nothing of the sort like that. No clouds in front of the eyes. Good. Tell me, how often do you use technology? For example, do you use phones or computer screens? Anything like that? Do you use those for at least 28 hours a day or more? Really? Oh, well, that is good. Let me just make a note of that as well. Yes, 28 hours a day. There we are. Okay, good. Right, thank you for that. Seems that your mouth is alright, your eyes are okay. Well, quick glance at the nose, it seems alright as well. Can I just take your temperature? What I'll do, I'll put my wrist on your forehead just to read your temperature. Let's just get yourself to lean back a bit, like I just placed my exposed wrist there. There we go. Seems Yes, it's about the right temperature. I hope my skin's not too cold, is it? Okay, thank you for letting me know. Just want to make sure. Still seems soft. There's definitely a skull still under the skin. That's good. Always important to make sure that all the bones are in place and that the tooth fairy's not trying to ransom off the skull along with the teeth as well. I've heard devious things about that. Oh, that wicked witch, I tell you. Still, yeah, it's definitely a good temperature in place, no damage. Yes, that's excellent. Another note for that. There we go. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so there's that. Actually, I should probably ask as well, how often do you get intrusive thoughts? You know, thoughts that are kind of like forced into your mind, and you got to like wrestle with them a bit too, just to make sure that you're not doing anything impulsive or acting on instinct or something like that. How often did that happen to you on, let's say, a daily basis? Would you say 10 times, 100 times, maybe 1,000 times in a day? How much would you roughly gear towards more? Really? Ooh, right. Guess I'll make a note of that. That's good. If you're having 1,000 intrusive thoughts, that would be worrying. I can only imagine the amount of damage it would do to the skull. Just imagine all these intrusive ideas forcibly being pushed in the skull. That could do some serious damage to it. Well, anyway, let's just quickly make a note. There we go. Yeah, perfect. Alright. So, it seems like, okay, skull, head, definitely A-okay. Right, what else to check? Could I please just take your hands as well? Yes, just one for first. Yeah, the left one first. We'll just do one-handed first. Let's just give that a quick squeeze. Bit of a stroke. Okay. Seems like stress levels are in order. No shakiness, no uncomfortableness. That's good. Everything seems to be in place. That's right, yes. I don't suppose you might be able to tell me, how often do you use your hands for things like, let's say dangerous tasks like carrying absurdly heavy equipment, or perhaps fist-fighting wild bears? Perhaps you do drum solos on large rocks on the side of the beach. Or maybe you might be trying to do that thing with your hands where you kind of like stick your fingers all together and twist them around to make it seem like it's a ball of spaghetti. How often do you do these sorts of things? Let's say 5 times a week, 10 times a week, perhaps 50. How often would you say you do these sorts of things? Oh, I see. Let's make a note of that as well. And this might be very important indeed. Okay. That's lovely. Okay, let's just check the other hand just to be sure. Yeah, no shaking. Bones still there, fingers are in place. Look at the little thumb. Look at that little wiggly thumb. Anyway, so the palm is alright. It's good. Yeah, it's right there. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Wonderful. That's wonderful. Right, now, one more thing. Let's just check about your legs and your feet. Could you do me a favour? Since you're sitting down, could you just wiggle your feet a bit? Just give it a little, if you get what I'm saying. That's perfect. Just keep wiggling. That's good. Wiggle your feet and legs up just a bit slower. Just want to make sure that... Yes, that's wonderful. Perfect in motion. Doesn't seem to be any abnormalities or extra legs growing out. You definitely have just 2 legs, right? Not 8, like a spider, right? Good. That's always wonderful to hear. I would be rather bemused, but also a little bit scared if you did have 8 legs. It would be a bit weird. Right, so it looks like your legs are all in order as well. Okay. One last thing about your torso. Let me just ask one question about that. How often do you eat spicy foods? For example, curries or spicy crisps or stuff like that. Okay. Now, how many times have you eaten spicy foods to the point where your stomach feels like it's like a cauldron of fire that makes you want to belch out literal fire like a dragon? How many times has this happened? You don't say. Well, definitely making a note of that right there to get that put there. Surprising, really very surprising, but definitely this. Okay, well, that's all done. Thank you once again. Thank you ever so much. It looks wonderful. All the stats here, all the answers looks wonderful. It seems that you are in excellent health, if I do say so myself. Well, that's my opinion. Good old Dr. Cyneric, once again, doing another wonderful checkup on you, so I guess it's probably a good time to get you back home, wouldn't you say? Now, we could take a ride back home on this train, but it might be a bit of a long while. I don't actually know where this train is going, and I think I've only got 1 ticket. Not sure how they'll respond if a staff member comes in and asks for another, but we'll get you as quickly home as possible with the usual methods of mine. So, tell you what you can do right now, just lean back, okay? Lean back into that lovely seat, and then just take a deep breath, deeply in and out. Deep in breath, deep out breath. Keep your eyes closed, that's it. Keep your eyes closed and just think of happy thoughts. Think of that wonderful, soft, comfy bed you'll be in. Lovely, comfy bed. All will be well, but all will be safe. Dr. Cyneric will be back. I'll be back to do another checkup. I promise you that. Absolutely. There we go. I'll be seeing you soon then, my star patient. Oh, just keep comfy there. Relax and unwind. And all will be well.